Good evening, and Brent here with Flatus Games. Coming at you with box 10 out of 16. And for this night's installment, what I'm going to try to do is just tear through these packs as quick as possible. I'm curious to see how far below 15 if I can get this. So if I don't say much, it's because I'm just trying to focus on opening. Because if I can get this to like 12 minutes, that would be great. And we're off to a decent start with that line region. So if this is the first one of these videos that you're watching, I'm opening, I mean it's not a huge sample set, but hopefully 16 boxes will give me a decent enough idea of kind of what the pull rates are. Nice, that's a cool foil pull. That guy seems fun. The one drop with 3 keywords, Dragon Sniper. But anyhow, let's go. One thing that I'm going to elaborate on in another video is I have been selling some of the singles that I've been opening because while prices are pretty, oopsie, it goes up here. Prices are still pretty crushed on TCG Player, where it doesn't make a lot of sense to sell singles except maybe some of the higher value ones. I was surprised to see that prices to sell on Card Kingdom are better. I don't know how long this is gonna stand, but like the Meringue River Regent, I was able to get a couple more per card than on TCG Player. What was like another one? Let's go for Voice of Victory. Heard Heirloom was one. It's like an extra, a little more than $1, I think, to sell on to sell on Card Kingdom than TCG Player. And I mean, you can get even more if you wanted to get the credit. That's a good pull. Get that Core Steel Cutter. It's funny though, the sell amount is not that good on Card Kingdom. I think yesterday when I sold some things, these are going for like $8 per, whereas I think you can still pull 11 to 12 on TCG Player, so you still make a little bit more after the fees and whatnot. But another thing that's pretty convenient about Card Kingdom is that, you know, a couple things that are convenient actually. One, you can make your sale in one transaction. You're not having to wait around. And two, you save money in your shipping. You know, you can bundle it up. I think I sold, it's like $118 of cards to Card Kingdom, you know, and I think my shipping was like less than $2. Whereas, you know, if you're having to deal with not only more shipping, but it's more packages, if you're having to sell everything on TCG Player and it's not going to sell right away, you know, you got to wait for the sales to come through. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I sold some stuff one other time for, I guess, for cash on TCG Player, but I was more so just kind of curious to see like what the process was like. I didn't expect to do it again, but you know, shipped it. Took a few days for it to get to Card Kingdom, to receive your order. There's like a couple days of processing, and then you know, you essentially get your check in less than 2 weeks. So I don't know. You kind of put the time variable into consideration. You know, I think it's unlikely that I would even sell all the cards that I sold to Card Kingdom within 2 weeks, let alone get the amount of money that I did for them. So I wonder if anybody else, you know, kind of leverages Card Kingdom in that way. You know, kind of look for what is it? Dragonologist. But yeah, kind of looking for the winners out of the bunch. Kind of like a happy accident for me. This is something I was really planning on doing, but I was just looking at prices. And yeah, made sense in more ways than one. Yeah, maybe in a later video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to note the prices of what they are on TCG Player, and then when I sold them, and maybe do like a more side-by-side comparison and talk about it. Tells me this is still going to be a long video because I was not going as quickly as I would have liked to, because I still don't really have the talking while opening down, but it's getting better. This is not looking good as a whole if I were to gauge this particular box out of all the ones I've opened so far. This would be on the weaker end for sure. Unless I get some sort of banger in the close. It's an okay pull, but not the banger I was looking for. Maybe new again. It's interesting too, out of 10 boxes, I've only opened one of those so far. So and I just realized, now that I'm almost done, I was not looking out for the special guest. So I'll probably do that. Afterwards, we'll go through the bulk pile and see if I missed a special guest. In the event I've got a fetch land sneaking up in here. That's cool. Full art, herd heirloom. Cool. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Again, this is Brent with Flatus Games. See you in the next one.